Hello everyone, in today's class we are going to design a wizard hat which you can see on the screen. Without wasting any time, let's jump into today's class. First I will delete the default cube and then I will press Shift plus A to create a circle. I will set the vertex value to 12. After that I will go into edit mode, press F to fill it and then press I to insert it. After inserting it, I will press X to delete the face. Then I will select the edge loop and press E to extrude it. After extruding, I will scale it down a bit and rotate it slightly. Then I will extrude again, and each time I will extrude, then I will rotate and scale it down to create a nice shape for the wizard hat. Now that the shape is complete, I will select the mesh and move it a bit to refine the shape further. After that I will go into edit mode, select this loop and rotate it slightly. Now I will select this edge loop and scale it up a bit. I don't want it to be completely round, so I will scale it down slightly along the x-axis. I will select these two vertices and move them down along the z-axis. Then I will select the vertices on both sides and move them down a bit as well. After that, I will select these two vertices and move them up along the z-axis. And finally, I will select these four vertices and move them slightly upward along the z-axis as well. Now I will select these vertices and move them slightly downward to enhance the shape. Then I will go to the modifiers tab and add a subdivision surface modifier. After that, I will right click and shade smooth it. In edit mode, I will press Ctrl plus R to add an sporting edge loop here. Then I will go to the modifiers tab again and add a solidify modifier. I will move the solidify modifier above the subdivision surface modifier and adjust the thickness value. Now I will add another sporting edge loop here. As you can see, the thickness value is quite high, so I will reduce it. And then I will apply the solidify modifier. After applying it, you will notice that the mesh around the tip of the wizard hat is quite distorted. The shape got messed up due to the solidify modifier. Now I will go into X-ray mode. You can see the mesh overlapping. To fix that, I will go into edit mode, switch to face select mode and select a face loop. By pressing Ctrl and plus to grow the selection, I will select this mesh area. Then I will press H to hide the selected portion. Next, I will select the distorted part of the mesh and delete it. After that, I will select the edge loop and press F to fill it. Now if I go back to the object mode, you will see that the mesh issue is fixed. Now if I go into edit mode, the mesh we hid earlier in edit mode is still hidden. I will press Alt plus H to unhide it. Then I will select the edge loop at the end and press F to fill it. Now that our main shape is complete, I will design the leather straps. First, I will disable the subdivision surface modifier in the viewport. I will select this edge loop and duplicate it by pressing Shift plus D. Then press P to separate it. After that, I will re-enable the subdivision surface modifier in the viewport for both the main shape and the new separated part. Then I will select the separated part, go into edit mode and select the edge loop to extrude them. After extruding, I will select this vertex loop and press S, then Z, then 0 to align them along the Z axis. I will do the same for the upper vertex loop, aligning it along the Z axis as well. I will now select this part, right click and shade smooth it. Then I will add a shrink wrap modifier. For the shrink wrap modifier, I will set the target to our main shape using the eyedropper tool. After that, I will add a solidify modifier to this part as well. Adjust the thickness value to desired level. Once that done, I will add a subdivision surface modifier again to make it smoother and more detailed. After that, I will select it and move it slightly downward. First strap is complete. I will create second strap. For that, in edit mode, I will select the top vertices loop or edge loop, press shift plus D to duplicate that and then rotate it slightly and then extrude it by pressing E. This completes the second leather strap. I will adjust the shape of this strap a bit by moving or rotating it. After adjusting it, I am going to create another strap. For that, I will go into edit mode, select the top vertex loop or edge loop of this strap and duplicate it by pressing shift plus D. Then I will move and rotate it into the desired shape. And then finally press E to extrude it. And now our straps are also complete. I will just adjust the shape from every side by moving or rotating them as needed. Now I am going to create a buckle. For that, I will select the load strap, go into edit mode, select these two faces and duplicate them by pressing shift plus D. Then press P to separate them. Now I will select the separated part and remove all the modifiers that were applied to it. Then I will move it forward slightly and set its position. I will scale it up on Z axis, but before scaling it, I will right click and choose set origin to geometry. After that, I will scale it up on the Z axis and then scale it down overall. In edit mode, I will select these two faces and press I to insert them. Pressing I again will insert the faces individually. After that, I will select all the faces and press E to extrude them. If the shading does not look right, I will right click and choose shade flat. Then I will select all edges and bevel them by pressing Ctrl plus B. After that, I will go to the modifiers tab and add a subdivision surface modifier, setting the levels to 2. Finally, I will adjust the position of the buckle. Now you can see that the buckle is also complete. And now I will select the straps and right click to shade them smooth. Next, I will apply materials. Since this is just a modeling class, I am not creating materials from scratch. I have the Blender Toolkit add-on installed, which provides a variety of free materials and objects. If you want, you can install it too as it gives access to many free assets. I will use materials from the Blender toolkit by searching for leather in the materials section. Once I find a suitable leather material for the main shape, I will drag and drop it onto the object. To preview the material, I will switch to the material preview mode and the applied material will be visible. I might also add an edge loop here and another at the bottom side, then move them slightly downward to refine the shape. After this, I will add a new leather material for the straps. For example, if I add this material, you can see that the seam is showing on the side. I will not use this material because I don't want the seam to be visible. I will search for a suitable leather material and drag and drop it on the straps part. After that, we can also edit these materials. For example, I will edit the material for the straps. For that, I will go to the shader editor. I can change the base color. Other than the color, I can also change the details of the material. For example, I can change the scale of the bumps. Other than that, we can also change the roughness value. In this way, we can also edit any material. Now I will add a gold material for the buckle. For that, I will search for gold. When I search, a lot of gold material will appear in front of us. I can click and drag the material that I find suitable and add it on the buckle object. In this way, we can use a lot of materials from the Blender toolkit. So I hope you understood today's class. If anyone has any question, they can ask in the comment section. We will meet again in the next class. Until then, goodbye and take care.